afternoon, everybody. I would like to tell you that I'm a nurse, and I think being a nurse is one job that's paying so well that when we come back into this earth again, twice, and I'm asked, what do you want to be? I will answer and say, I would like to be a nurse. It is through my work as a sexual assault care practitioner that I have discovered that there are things that you never think of. You never thought that nursing is paying that much. That one, it's so fulfilling. My work is instant. I get instant results because a client comes crying with a cul-de-sac on his face, and I'm able to take that cul-de-sac and show her a freeway sign, and she go back home smiling. It is through my work that I have realized myself. I have went through a trip, self-actualization, not through my studies or any other thing. It is through my work that I have met very, very poor women. A granny that's raising 12 children all by herself, that's losing her children to HIV and AIDS every day. She's raising 10 orphans, which might go more because one of her children as well is again infected. It's through my work that I have met very powerful women, including this humbling picture. I couldn't believe it. Charlize is sitting down, eh? She tried to sit down so many times so that she can be at my height. But this was really humbling. I kept on, in actual fact, that week I had wounds because I was asking myself, and how much do you want to be paid if you can have an opportunity to rub your shoulder with people that are so powerful? Thank you. It is through this work that I've realized that every weekend, or most of the time during the weekend, the statistic of children traumatic rape is going very high. And when I wanted to find out, but what is happening? Why are children being raped traumatically over the weekend? I found out that it is because children are made to, because they're hungry. During the week, they go to school and then they're feeding schemes, they give them food, but then over the weekends, there's nobody that's giving the children food to eat. And the perpetrators are calling the children and saying, go and buy me a cigarette and I'm going to give you money. And then the children will go the money to buy a quota, and they mean 2 rand, sometimes 50 cents, just to have something to eat. And the children go, when they come back, they just grab them and rape them traumatically. And that was really hurting. I also find out that when you ask children, did you tell anybody? Because you need to report within 72 hours so that you can get ARVs to prevent you not from contracting HIV. Please spread this as much as you possibly can. Tell it to the people that are helping you at home so that they can tell everybody. Remember that it has to be within 72 hours. Children always report very late because they've been threatened. I'm going to kill you if you can tell, or I'm going to kill your mom if you can tell anybody. And the children just don't say it. So I created a project where I wanted just to make a platform for children who can tell me that, sister, this happened to me. And again, just give them something to eat, because I found out that we know when a stomach is full, like all of us here, we are all cheeky. Nobody can tell us anything because our stomach are full. And I started this project on Saturdays to cook for children with nothing. I just took everything from my cupboard and I said, I'm going to spend them with them. But that is very, very fulfilling because the children are growing, you're giving them hope. I've been there myself. I was poor, and I'm telling them that you can be whoever you want, and thanks to TED as well. So we've got this project that's running every Saturday, and thanks to everybody that's been involved. We've got some great people. South Africans are very great people that are assisting us well. And then it is also through my work that I saw that we as medical professionals really don't think twice about some things. We just cut your leg and tell you you've got diabetes, we've thrown your leg away. When we collect evidence, DNA or whatever. I'm not going to tell you everything about it, but you collect evidence, and we will also take the panties from the survivors to send it for DNA. And most of the time, we did not realize. Clients will come back and say to me, Sister Anna, I'm here where's my panty? Sister Anna, remember you took my panty, when can I have it? And I started only then to realize that it might be a problem. And then I find out why, well, others few were cultural conceptions that you cannot take what is mine away, especially that because it's a private thing. But most of the time it was the only panty that people had. Others were torn. You could really think that, but what is she doing with this one before I even take it? And then started the panty project, where I felt that because we'll take that panty, send it away and don't give her anything. You know, she go home just like that without a panty. And it's very degrading for other people. And I started then a project called a panty campaign. That's so huge. It's like a dunk at Australia, because I see South Africans are very, very generous. And I am so happy to let you know that, you know, those panties in my centers are coming in so much that I'm going to share it with Gauteng, and my vision is to send it through to all South Africa, to the entire South Africa, so that when we have taken a panty from a woman, we should be able to replace it with a decent panty, not to say, hey, thank you, bye-bye, see you next week when you come for your medication, you know, because we've been taking that for granted. And I would like to share another story, which is going to be the last story, that if you want to see a change, put a man on a spotlight, because I did that. Against every policy and protocol, I recruited 2 males, young males, as volunteers to come and work with me with clients of gender-based violence. When I was training them, and every time when I talk to people about this, I'll tell them that, you know, survivors hate men on impact phase, but men don't believe you. They say, started again, this thing of theirs. What a big deal. You can just wake up and go after you've been raped. That's the impression that you have. Other people have. I recruited these 2 males to come and work with me. And guess what? The survivor will come in and say, I don't want to talk to a man. I hate men. And all those negative words. And they could not take it, because they were put in a spotlight and something was wrong with their ego, because they were from training and they were looking forward to talk to this woman and telling the story about what happened. But that made these 2 males to realize that they need to do something. And on the 28th of November 2009, Tembisa is going to be hauled on a standstill, because these 2 guys organized a march against gender-based violence. And please, if there's any one of you who would like to join them, and who would like to join the panty campaign as well, because I've realized through my job that South Africans are very generous people, you're welcome to do it. Thank you.